How to create a professional website with WordPress, a step-by-step tutorial. My name is Zimego. I'm going to take you through everything you need to know to create a professional website with WordPress. So let's get into it. Step 1, you need to buy a domain name and hosting. Why do you need a domain name? You need a domain name because that's your web address. That's the address where your site will be located. You have things like google.com, amazon.com. You are going to choose your own domain name, and that's going to be your web address. You need hosting because that is the computer where your files will be kept. You can host yourself in your house if you know how, but it's not worth it. So you buy hosting from a service provider that specializes in holding people's files and delivering it to those who type in your web address. Okay, we've got that out of the way, so let's get into the tutorial. So to buy our domain name and hosting, let's go to this address. I copy it, zimhost.info. I paste it into my browser. You can also type it in zimhost.info. It will take us to A2 hosting. That's one of the hosts I recommend. I use them for my own site. Now, I gave you that address because it will take us directly to the page we want to operate from, this page. And you're going to select WordPress. Having selected WordPress, it will show us high performance WordPress hosting. Yes, their pages load about 300 times faster, and that's what you need. The faster your page loads, the better for you. So let's go deeper into it. Okay, so now we are very interested in this no-click, easy no-click WordPress setup. WordPress installed right from our order form, and that's why I picked this host, because in some other cases you are expected to set up WordPress by yourself. It's an easy process, but this one makes a lot of things easier for us. Okay, this one makes a lot of things easier for us. So, but before we move further, there's a promo code here. Copy it. So I copy WordPress. That's the promo code. This promo code, it will help us save 17% off our first invoice. Then let me just keep it somewhere safe. There's a promo code. Let me keep it somewhere safe, and we'll continue. So let's go ahead. Host WordPress. Now we are in the ordering process. You can register a new domain if you don't have one already. If you have one already, you select this. The other option is that you can use a free subdomain from A2 hosting, but this is not advisable because any free domain you are given from A2 hosting, you can't take it to another host. For example, it's not your property. It's the property of A2 hosting. So try and buy your own domain. It will cost you less than $15 every year. Okay, so in my own case, I already have a domain I want to use, so I check the second box. The domain is Zimego.com. But what about those who don't have a domain name already? What you simply do is you search for a new domain name. Now, obviously, you can't register a domain name that has already been taken. For example, you cannot register google.com. Let's try and see. You see what it will show us. Sorry, Google is already taken. Let's try another one. Let's say travelers. Let's see what it will tell us. It will search to see if someone has already taken it. It says sorry, travelers is already taken. So you keep doing that until you get a domain name that is free, but you can just be smart about it. There are domain names that you know that are already taken. So in my own case, I already have a domain name I've registered. Let me just show you. Okay, we've already done that. Zimego.com. So we click to continue. Now you have to choose your billing cycle. You can pay monthly, and that will cost you $10.99 per month. You can pay every 6 months, it will cost you $9.99 per month. You can choose to pay annually, it will cost you $7.99 per month. You can see the other options there, and you see how much you save on your right. So I recommend you leave it at the annual point. That's if you can afford to pay upfront that way. If not, you can choose the lower options. It's up to you. Then you scroll down, you see auto install application. You leave it as it is. It's WordPress. It's going to just set it up for us. Let's read what it says. WordPress will be installed as your homepage. If you wish to customize your installation of WordPress, please select none. This is not a problem. It's okay. Okay, so let's continue. Add to cart and checkout. My connection is a little slow, so please just bear with me. So we've come to the review and checkout page. What do we do? Don't forget your coupon code. Let me get my code. WordPress. Now take note, at this material moment we're trying to negotiate some deals. So by the time you come here, you may actually meet a different coupon. Remember to copy it. Don't forget, it must not be WordPress. So don't just conclude. If you come here 6 months from now, there might not even be a promo. So take advantage of what you have now. So you click apply coupon. Okay. I don't know what I told you. When you buy hosting from these people, I get credited. That's how I'm able to do these tutorials for free. Thank you for buying from them. They are a very good host, but I just have to let you know that I'm affiliated to them. That's the law. Full disclosure. I get compensated when someone buys from my link. So take note of that. And thanks for buying through my link. Okay, let's continue what we were saying. So you see the promo code has given me a discount, $22.42, and I just have to pay this amount now. So the next thing you have to do is fill up your details. Make sure you fill it up correctly, and then choose, just follow the instructions. It's up to you. Then the terms of service, read, then check I have read and agree to the terms, and then click complete order. That's about it. Okay, once you are through with that, you should get this message, new installation of WordPress or something in that order. You also get a message like this. Welcome to A2 hosting. You get a message like this, but it does happen sometimes that some transactions are flagged for manual review. Now this is done because, okay, let me show you, because mine was flagged for manual review. It's important that you understand that there's no personal issues here. There are no personal issues here. It's just the system. Okay, we regret to inform you that this order has been flagged for manual review, blah 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 blah. So what do you do? Now it's not compulsory yours will be flagged, but it's good I also let you know that such happens. In case your order is flagged, don't take it personal. Just go through the process, read through the mail, and follow the process for it to be manually processed. The first thing, one of the things you can do is scan a copy of your government issued picture identification and the credit card you use for the payment. But I didn't go that route. I chose the second option, I called them using their numbers and we spoke and my order was confirmed. So in case that happens to you, you do any of this. Okay, now you should get your message, also another message showing you that your WordPress installation, you have a new WordPress installation. Now what you need, you open that message and read it. I don't want to open it because we have sensitive information there. So what you do, there are a few things you need in that mail. But before I get to that, I know some of my Nigerian friends might not be able to place orders directly because maybe they don't have a credit card or a PayPal account. If that is your situation, I can help you out. Just go to this address, zimego.com/hosting, and you can see provisions for how you can get hosting. I can help you out, get hosting and your domain name. Okay, so everybody is covered here. Okay, now let's go back to what I was telling you. Your new installation of WordPress, the message, what you're going to look for are these, among other things, these three pieces of information. Your admin URL, it's going to be something like http://yoursite.com/WordPress. That's wp-admin/. That is the address of your WordPress panel, WordPress admin, where you can change things, the back end of your WordPress. Then there's a username. I just put XSS here because I don't know what your username is, and then your password. So in our case, I registered Zimego.com. So instead of your site, what I will have here will be Zimego.com. Now let's see what happens. It will take us fine. You see my username. I've already accessed the page before, so I saved it. So that's my username and that's the password. So I'll log in. So while we wait for the page to load, we're going to go to step 3. That's what we're going to do when the page loads. Okay, the page has loaded. I'm going to start the creation process, and it's going to be fun. So what do? First, I go to pages. Now, different teachers, we go about it in different ways, but I like doing things this way. I go to pages, and I click all pages. Before I do anything further, let's just visit the site so that you see how the site looks like out of the box. That's how it looks like out of the box. That's the theme, out of the box. This is a 2014 WordPress theme. So out of the box. Okay, so as we create our stuff, you will be seeing the site changing from beauty to higher beauty and more functionality. Okay, so I go to pages and I click sample page. Trash it. I don't want it. That's the first step. The next step is I create dummy pages. Now for the website we are building, there are a number of pages I want on it. So we're going to create dummy pages for them. I have the home, about, contact, blog, services, hosting. Those are the pages I want to create. So this website is a 6-page website. So I go to pages again and click add new. We won't be doing anything elaborate for now. We have options here. Full width, contributor, blah blah blah. Let's use the default. I enter home here, click publish. Remember, we're just setting up the dummy pages. We're going to work on them better later. I create the second one, about page. And I click publish. Okay, then I'll create all the pages. It's the same process. Just click again, add new. See, it's a very simple point and click process. Again, that's what I've done. We're going to create the blog page too. Create add new. Publish. Create a services page. Add new. Publish. Make sure it is rolling. I create a page too called hosting. I'm not bothering about viewing the page because it will just be a blank page for now. I click publish. Okay, so we've created the dummy pages. Let's see all the pages. Let's make sure that we have all the pages we want. So we have all our pages: about, blog, contact, home, hosting, services. Okay, I'm following my outline because I want to make sure we do everything right. Okay, now we go to appearance, and then we choose themes. We have a number of options. Now this is the theme that is already selected. It's called 2014. We have the option of picking this 2013 theme. We also have the option of picking this, the 2012 theme. Now there are many more options. You can buy your own theme, premium themes. You can let's see if we can search for. Now there are different themes from different people. You can search here. Some of them will be free, some will be paid. So you can pick them by industry, by color, by features. It's up to you, like it's subject, holiday, photo blogging, seasonal, or color features, accessibility, ready, blah blah blah. So I'll go back. So you know you have options for themes, but we want to just teach you how to create. Picking a theme is something you can do on your own. Themes are very important because they control the overall look and feel of a WordPress blog. So when you're choosing your theme, choose accordingly. So for example, if I want to build an insurance website, I have to pick a look and feel, a theme that gives me a look and feel that is good for the insurance industry. If I want to do something for the fashion industry, I have to pick a theme that has a look and feel that is good for what I want to do. So make sure you pick a theme based on functionality, appearance, and every other thing that makes sense. So we'll move on to the next thing in our outline. We have chosen our theme. By the way, let's see how one of our pages looks. Yes, I know it's still blank, but let's just see. Hello world. It's just blank. It's not blank because I've not removed. I've not removed something. We'll get back to that. When we remove that, you won't see this again. So, but let me just follow my outline. I know there's a temptation to move faster. So let's go to the outline and pick. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to pick widgets. Go to appearance and we set our widgets. Now, widgets. What are widgets? Maybe for us to understand what widgets are, look at what your widgets are. These things. They come with some functionality. You can do things. Now there are some widgets you can drag a widget that will enable you to put a map here. You can put a widget that will also allow you to maybe put a video here or your picture, a lot of things. So widgets help you put things on certain specific areas of your WordPress blog. But which of these do I really need? Which of these widgets do I want? I don't really want most of the things here. Maybe I'll leave the recent post and search. The rest I don't want. Let me just move them out. For now, anyone I don't want, I can still remove. Anyone if I change my mind, I can always return them. Okay. Now I would like to do some custom creations, like my about me page, about me picture, and a little information about me. I would like to have it. So, but with the way widgets are set up by default, you can't click on them and begin to add. You can just add the title, but you cannot do advanced HTML work in it. So, but to do that, we'll need something called a plugin. Now, there are different types of plugins. Now, plugins are tools, are software tools, are applications that extend the functionality of WordPress. So, I'll look for a particular plugin known as what's the name again? Black Studio Tiny MCE. That's the plugin. Let me search for it. Okay, by the way, to get here, I clicked add new. On the plugins, I clicked add new. So I search for it. Now here it is. Has a 5-star rating. So it says it's already installed. Let me see. Let me find it then. Let me see installed plugins. If it's installed, maybe it's not activated. Let me activate it. Now, nothing really has changed on my site, so to say, but I now have capacity to do something interesting on my widgets, with my widgets. So let's go back to widgets. Let's go to appearance. Let's go to widgets. Just want to show you what can happen with that. Okay, let me drag this here. Okay, so I can just say I am a veteran internet marketer. I just want to show you what it's capable of doing. Let me come here and add media or upload files, select files. Let me just pick one of my pictures. let it load, and then how do I align it? Align left. Okay. If I make a full site thumbnail, let me see how it looks in thumbnail. I don't want it to be too big. Okay, save. Let's see how it looks on our page. Now that it's saved, let's refresh this page. You can see my picture. It's added there. If I don't like the way it is, you can go and work on it later. You can see the order. Let me minimize this. You can see the order search button. Okay, let me do something else here so that we can have more things to work with. Let me say I just released a video and I want people to watch the video. Everybody who visits my site, I want them to be aware. If I want them to be aware of the video, I could just say watch my latest video. Watch my latest video. And choose that as the title. Let me go to YouTube. I'll just grab any video for now and insert. Let me say how to make a custom header with PowerPoint. Let me pick this. Let's just stop this. We don't need it. Just want to show you what we can do. Let's go to share and then click embed and copy this text. But let me see, let's pick a very small size, custom size. We want something very small. You can make it, instead of 560 width, let's make it 150. Okay, apply. Okay, I'm wondering what has been making this not to respond, but I guess I'm picking a very small dimension. Okay, 200 by this. So we copy. See, it's changed here. Copy this. Go back to that page, a widget. Paste it in. Sorry, we'll paste it into the HTML. We'll not do it. Go to the HTML, click this because this is raw code, and paste it in there. Come down, click save. I can close this. Click save. Okay, I think it's saved. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, do you see that this is a content sidebar? If I put it here, I can move it. Let me see if I can move it. If I had moved it here, you see how it will look. You see it showing up here. So it's up to us. We decide where we want it. So if I want it here, I can push it down here. If I want my picture here, it's up. Just play around with it until you get what you find most attractive and what makes most sense for your design. I think I don't like this. I prefer how it was before. So I just move it back. All you do to move this is grab it and hold and then move. Click on it, grab it, and then move. Okay, that's just all about it, and it saves automatically. So let's see it again. You'll notice again that all those dummy pages we created are already up. Okay, if I click, let's click services. You see, there's nothing, they're just dummy pages. But you see, this will always show. Now, it's not compulsory you put pictures or videos. You choose whatever you want. Yours could be map, yours could be navigation links or whatever. Okay, so let's get back to our work. We are on the home page. Now we are through with that, and I've added my picture. You can add more things, but don't make your page too busy. The next thing is we're going to do is go to appearance again, create and arrange our menu. So we go to appearance. We're still at on appearance. We go to menus. Now we're going to give it a name. Let's call this main navigation and create menu. You have to give your menu a name because you can create multiple menus. So you can create another menu, but for now I just want to create one. So what do we do? What do we want to do with them? Select them, add to menu. So we've got our pages all set up. Now this gives us the ability to rearrange things. This is my main navigation. We can arrange things the way we want. I like the home to come first. Then I want the home to come first, followed by services, then followed by hosting. Okay, let's leave this way. Then contact this. Let's see how it goes. One thing about creating with WordPress is that when you make some changes, you can go and see the effect on your site. You don't need to know any code. You just try, like anything artistic. You try and see what you love about it. What have we achieved? Okay, so tap primary menu, secondary menu to the sidebar. Let me see. It's saved. You can see now here is where it gets really interesting. You see, it's fixed here. We'll work on this later on, but see the arrangement we just made now. Home, services, and you see, because I stacked them in a particular order. Now assuming I had another page, let me just add about. It's not how it's going to be, but let's just to show you what happens with just taking this. This is under this. It's a sub item of services. About now will be a sub item of hosting. See how it will appear. Okay. Now, this is the home. This is services. You see the arrow? You see what happens. So it depends on what you want to create. You can go about it this way. But let's go back. That's not how I want it. About is a page on its own. It stays on its own. Hosting is a sub of this. Okay, and it's a secondary menu in the top left, in the left sidebar. Let's also check the top primary menu and see what happens to the menu here. We'll refresh the page. You see, it's now applied here. So I have the option of keeping both or just having one. It's up to you. Now, until we check these, until we check any of these, they didn't apply. This arrangement here didn't apply. It just arranged the items by the way, I think by alphabetical order. So that's not what we want. Let me show you again. If I remove this from the top menu and just click save, you see it has gone in alphabetical order here. So all I have to do is come back here, select this, and then this arrangement will affect the top menu. So take note of that. Very little touches can make a big difference on your site. So let's refresh and see what we have. You see, it is now arranged the way I want. And you see services hosting. You see services hosting. I think that's pretty cool. Let's now move to something else. I guess we've covered arranging our menu. Did I miss anything? Okay. Automatically add new top level pages. Well, let's just leave this for now. You've got an idea. You can come and play around with it. You can play around with it when you start your own site. You can also uncheck the secondary menu in the left sidebar and see how it is. It will only remove this from the equation. I like to play around with my stuff, find which one feels best. Okay, so I actually like it with it. So it's a matter of personal choice. So you determine what works best for you. But if you're working for a client, it has to be what works best for them, obviously. Okay. I think we've completed step 6. We've completed step 6. Now we're going to move on to step 7. But let me just take a drink of water. Okay, it's now step 7. We'll go to appearance, create your header and upload. Still appearance, go to header, click that. Then you can choose a file. Now let's read this. You can select an image to be shown as at the top of your site by uploading from your computer or choosing from your media library. Now your image should be at least 1260 pixels wide. This is the suggested width. Suggested height is 240. If you choose this, if you have an image that has this particular size, then there won't be any need for cropping. Okay. Now let me choose a file. I already have a file that fits that. Let me see where it is. I have a number of files here. Okay, that's the file. I click upload. Now, why this is uploading? Someone will wonder, but I don't know how to create a header. Well, although this video is not about creating headers, I'll just show you how to do that in a short while. Now you can see my image. It's perfect. You see the crop line, so there's no need. If there was need to crop it, there would have been images outside. There would have been parts of the images outside the crop line. So I can go ahead, just click crop and publish. So how do you create an image easily? There are many ways. I'm not a Photoshop expert or CorelDRAW expert, but there are people who are very good in it. But for the rest of us, there are tools that make our work a lot easier. I have a number of them. One is Pixlr.com. Pixlr.com. Go to that place. It's an online photo editor. Now what do? There are many ways to go about it, and there's another site called cooltext.com. Here you can create logos. I created the logo you see here. The logo in this head, I created it using cooltext. So let me just see if I can recreate it. I might not be able to recreate it, but it's been a while when I created it. Just click. This is the outline I use. This is the logo style I use. So click. It's called outline, and I just typed in Zimego, and I adjusted the text size. I think it's 90. Then I went here, picked the font I wanted, played around with it. You can do a lot of things to it. You can come at your own convenience. Go to cooltext.com, and then click and just try to design your logo. Let me just show you how you get there again. Cooltext.com. Then you go to choose a logo and pick any. There are many options here. You can click this, try to design something it will look. Let's say I said Zimego with this. In fact, if I don't want to do anything complex, I can just create my site entirely with this. Okay, let's see image width and height. Let's look at this. I like playing around with things sometimes, so let's just see how this works out. Because I want us to understand that doing this thing is not complicated. So what we are told is that we need 1260 by. We need 1260. It is refused to. Let me remove auto. See, remove auto. See, now I can 1260. Okay, now let's make it auto. Make it auto and see what happens. No, it won't be auto. Just a minute. 1260 by 240 is what was recommended. Fixed height. Let's see. It's trying to adjust accordingly. So it has done that. You come out here. You just increase the size of your text and play around with it. After, when you're through, you click create logo. It will take you to the next page. You download it. So this is a very simple way to create your header image. That's one way to do it. The other one is go over to Pixlr, Pixlr.com, and then click the editor, and then open image from your computer. This is what I did. Okay, then I came here. You can pick your output size, make it 1260 by 240. Then I click the crop tool to I just pick any point from outside. Hope I'm getting this thing right. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Let's go crop to output size. Let me go from outside. Okay, pick any point. It is selected. Move it in. The next thing, you pick the, let's okay this. See, the next thing is you pick the text to come anywhere. You can start typing Zimego. I'm just trying to show you an easy way of reproducing what I did. Then you pick your text. Let me just look for something. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to reproduce exactly what I created here because it's going to waste our time. But you can come around here and play with it. Get something that you love. Okay, let's just try this for now. And then increase the size even more. Okay, then we pick color. Something close to what I did before. Okay, this is the color. Let's see how it turns out. Select OK. Move it. Sorry. Okay. Let's remove this. Select the move tool to move it. From position where you want. This is a very quick way of creating your stuff. When we're through, you come here, click save, then select OK. Okay, let me just save it. A quick try. Let me just call this a quick try. Whatever. I just want to show you how easy it is to create your own stuff. So we have a logo. Now, obviously, you can stay with this, play around with it, and learn more. But this video is not about creating headers and logos. At the end of this, I'll show you where you can sign up, and we'll give you resources that will teach you how to do more extensive graphic stuff. Okay, so I'll close this. I may need it later, but for now, I don't need it again. So we've uploaded our header. Let's see how it looks. Before, let's see how it looks. Save changes. Okay, let's go to our blog. You can see how it looks like here. Now, this is not part of the blog. It's just my own. It's to show that I'm logged in. Let me show you how it will look on a browser where I'm not logged in. Let me open Mozilla Firefox. Where it opens, look at how it looks. Now I know you can do a lot better if you're a graphics person, but this is a quick tutorial to show you the ins and outs of WordPress. You can take your creativity to a higher level. Okay. Oops, my Firefox wants to update. Okay, let's just leave it for now. But you can see how it looks. Just know that this is not part of it. This is not part of it. It's not part of it. Okay, that's all I want you to know. Firefox wants to update. Let me cancel it. It's gonna. I don't want it to disturb my work for now. But you get an idea. We've got. Okay. Just a minute. Since it's finally allowed me to paste that, we've waited for it. Let's see how it looks on a neutral browser where I'm not logged in. Okay, that's how it looks. I have a lot of this. This is not also part of the design. This is just these are my toolbar. This is my toolbar. So I have a lot of plugins, but that's how the page will look. Okay, let's move on to something else so that we can finish up on time. I know we've spent quite maybe close to an hour, so I want to make this faster. Now we've created our header and we've uploaded. Now let's look for our background. Let's see whether we need to do anything to our background. Now, by the way, do we like how this is? Is there anything conflicting? Do we want this? I don't want this. Let me see. I have to remove it. Let's see. Show header text with image. Let me see what it does. You notice I use the word "let me see" what it does, because themes can have a lot of effect on how certain things respond. So when you try something, you see the effect. If you don't like it, then you just revert. So you see it's removed this, so I like it, so I'll keep it. So let's move on. Now that I've settled this, we've done this. Oh, I opened 2 of these pages, so I just pick one. Just to confirm, I save it again. I mean, not. Just want to be doubly sure. Okay, I got that right. So let's see what is next. Now we go to appearance and create or select our background. Appearance, go to background. Now there are a lot of things we can do with the background. We can select, we can upload an image, but you can select an image and upload. I don't want to do that for now. Maybe in other lessons, tutorials, we will try that. But for now, let's see how it looks like if we alter our color. What if we make it black? If we make a background black, how would the site look like? Let's see. I'll refresh. So what has changed? We now have margins around the side, I think. Let's see. I've changed it back to what it was, the default. I want to observe what has changed. Let's see. Let's save changes. Let's see how our site looks. Let me close this. It's actually the same thing with refreshing this. Okay, you see that the margins here are no longer here. So this one, it will give you a mild change. So let's put the black. You need to try it, and then, but this is not something I like to spend so much time on. Prefer it with the black, so that I won't have too many, I won't have any clashes with the color here. Now let's see how it looks. Something appears here, black. Okay, so we have margins on our site now. Okay, we're going to the next part. We're through with the appearance. Now we're going to go to step 9. Okay, now we are through with appearance. We're going to settings. Settings. Now in settings, there are a number of things we are going to be doing. We're going to change our password if necessary. If you think your password is not strong enough or has been compromised, you can do that there. Come to, go to users, not settings, and go to your profile. If you want to change your password, you go to users, not settings. Then you scroll down, and then type a new password, repeat it, and click update. I don't need to, because I don't think my password has been compromised. Okay, so we've settled that. There's not much to do there. Let's go to the next thing. Then in settings, actually, now we make our permalinks search engine friendly. You notice that you need people to visit your site, and for search engines to be able to index your site and rank them high, there are things that you do. We call them on-page SEO optimization requirements. So I'm not going to go into that, but just take note that what we're doing is going to help your site attract traffic from search engines like Google and Bing. So now we want to make our permalinks search engine friendly. So we go to settings, go to permalinks, settings, permalinks. We want to make it search engine friendly. Now I see the default. That's why you notice. Okay, when we pick, let's click this hosting, for example. Look at what you see here. You see page underscore ID is equal to 15. It's not search engine friendly. That's because that's the default. That's the format. Now, so look at the option we like to pick, post name. This makes it search engine friendly. Okay, we'll update and you see how that page will look. Save changes. Okay, it's saved. Then let's reload it. You see, instead of that code, it has turned to this. So this is better for search engine, for search engines to rank you and send you free traffic. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is make the static page my home page. Now, the way this is designed by default, you see that my blog seems to be the default page. Let's confirm. So let's go into reading. You see your front page displays your static post. I don't want that. We want it to display a particular page. So it's going to give me options. Now I want it to display the home page on the static page. That's the front page displays the home page. Okay. Now it will give me. It will now ask which page will be our post page, and that is why I created the blog. Now, there's no hard and fast rule about it. It's about what your needs are. Now, for the purposes of this tutorial, I've decided to keep it this way. By the time this tutorial is finished, I may just make my blog my home page, my front page display. It's up to me. So there's no rule. It's what serves you best in any situation. Okay, I click Save Changes. You might not really notice any change if we refresh. It's when we start adding pages that this will take effect. But the issue now is that this will be our home page and not the blog. You won't see my blog. Let's just show. You see what we have on the home is my blog. Let's see. By the time I click this, after we've updated this, you see it's no longer my blog, it's my WordPress blog, which means it's actually now this is the home. This is now the front page display. It has changed from the blog. Okay, that's not a serious matter and a very complicated issue. Let's go to something else. Now it's time for us to build out pages. Now this is actually one of the fun parts. It's simple, but it's going to give life to our site. Now we're going to start with the home page. Now, just for the purposes of this work, I have decided to pick a placeholder text. It's not text you need for anything. I just copy and paste just to give us some content, so I don't have to type. It's not on the subject matter of this site, so just take note of that. Okay, we just want to use it for the purpose of this tutorial. So the first page we will be working on will be the home page. So we go back to pages and click all pages. So I'm starting with the home page. Let me right click, edit. This. So now I want to edit the home page. See, I've pasted in content. I can make this, I can do a lot of things to this the text in here. For example, I can make this bolder. I can click this is called the kitchen sink. I can click it and then make this a header. Let's just do it. Let me not tell you I can't do it. Just make this. We choose a header too. We can make this a header 3. Basically, if you can use Word, you can use this. Let's just follow the steps in Word, and you'll do just fine. Okay, we have this. Now I want to add images. I want to add images to this. An icon is also an image, but it's a specific type of image. But let me just add image. The way you add icons is the way you add images. Okay, so let me get an image for the home page. I want to set it as a featured image. I don't want it to be part of the text. So you see how it will look like. So go to upload files, select files. So I save them home featured. Okay, it's uploaded. That's the page. Now we have the option, we can edit it, but let me just set it as the featured image. Let's see how it will look like. Update. See how our page looks like. Now, because it's the featured image, that's why it's showing on top. Now, it's not compulsory you must add something, but for the kind of site I'm building, I want people to act now. So I've just put this as an image that draws attention to what I want them to do. You see, act now, drive carefully, blah blah blah. You see, this is home. This is the home page. Remember, the title is home, and that's why it's like this. If I want to change it to something else, I can do that, but I don't. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. Now let's go to the next page. I think I'm through with what I want to do with the home page. Now you can add an image, you can add a video. You've seen me add a video before. Let me just add another one here just to show you. I might not have to do that again. Just come straight, go to share, go to embed, and then just copy this. Remember, you can resize the video. So let me just pick this the way it is. I think my page can handle that width. I don't think. Let me make it smaller. Okay, let's see how it pans out with this first. Then come here, edit page, go to text editor. First, where do I want to put it? I want to put it somewhere here. After pile up, not pile up, and then put it here. Paste the code. It shows something like this. There's a video there. update, update, and then let's see how it looks. So that's the page. It has the video there. See, it's a very simple process. You go to YouTube, embed, pick the video you want, click share, click embed, set it, and then you are good to go. So that's this page. It's done. Remember, everything we're doing here is just placeholder to show you how this thing works. So it's up to you to play around with it. Now I'm going to skip the about page because it's basically the same thing. Just paste some content about me and put video. So I'm going to skip it, and I'm going to go to the contact page because we're going to do something different from what we're doing. Okay, so we're through with this page. Let's go back to close this page. Then go to the contact page. Close this too. The contact page. Now, for us to create the contact page, we need a plugin. We need to get a plugin that will help us create a contact form. The plugin is called Contact Form 7. Okay, so let's just go straight to our plugins. Click Add New. Search for it. Okay, you can click on it to read the details, to find out the details. Then while it's doing that, let me just click install. So that's it. You can get the details of screenshots, changelog, blah 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 blah. That's it. Then click activate. It's activated. So we go into our, go back to our contact, click edit. So let me find the shortcode. This is the contact form plugins. Let me find the shortcode. I'll go to the settings. Let's load. Now, if you don't know how to use a plugin, you go to this place and you can read more about it. This is the contact form. I clicked from here, opened it, settings. You click the contact form. It opened up. It's important to do that because I want to make sure this is the email. Make sure the email here is the email you want to receive the message at. So in this case, I want to receive the message at info@zimego.com. So make sure you get that right. Then you can read through this and see messages, blah blah blah, the messages.com, depending on the actions. So let's leave that. Those ones are not a problem. So let's save. It's pretty straightforward. So you copy this code and paste it into your post or text widget content. So that's what we do. Now I just do this. Update. Let's see how the page looks like. Let me just click straight to it. Okay, that's the contact. Your name, My name is let me say John Knox. My email, let me say playing@stuff.com. Subject, how can I design a website? Message, just testing stuff. I want to try it out to see how it works. Edit, send. Your message was sent successfully. We'll check our Zimego stuff to see if it really worked. This is my Zimego. This is my Divine Pro Gmail, but there's a way I set it up to receive messages, forward messages from Zimego.com. So you see that message has come in from John Knox, playing stuff. Subject, how can I message, just testing stuff. To show you it's coming, it's forwarded from Zimego.com. Okay, I think we've done that. But if you look at this contact form, it's not exactly, you have comments, and we don't want these comments too. If you want it, you can leave it, but in our case, I don't think we want to leave the comment. Edit the page. We don't want to leave the comment box underneath. So what do? I come here, I click screen options, I go and check and see discussion. Okay. That was the mistake I made. Sorry for doing the wrong thing. I'm supposed to check discussion, not comments. Well, just remove allow comments, remove allow trackbacks and ping banks. So update. Don't forget, it's not comments you check to remove the comments tag boxes from is the discussion. And I've removed it. I've unchecked them. Having unchecked them, I come here, click update, and you'll see when I update, this will no longer be there. Okay, you see it's just the message box. Now it's up to you. You may want to add a little message. Do you love my site? My site? Do you have any questions? Have any questions? You can contact me by filling the form below. What you do is entirely up to you. If you click update, it's updating. Okay, it's updated. We click to add. You can do all the other text stuff. You can bold it, you can make it a header, you can add pictures, whatever. But the contact page doesn't need all those stuff. Okay, so we've done that. In the widget stuff, you can also add a contact form. But since I've done this, we don't need to bother about that here. Okay, so we are getting to the end of our video. I'm going to just rush through the remaining things. Now it's time for our blog. I'm going to create some blog posts. Now, I deliberately skipped some pages that are just repetitions of what we would have done already. So let's go to posts. To add a new post, you click post. Just close the other pages. You don't need them again. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything out. Delete sample and create 2 blog posts. I missed a step. I want to make sure we have deleted that sample. We deleted for the page, but we didn't for. Okay, we want to remove the hello world. We trash it. Then we add new. I'm going to use our placeholder test again. Paste in. Maybe let's just call this how to save money on auto insurance. Maybe that's our first article. Then you come down. You can pick a category, you can create a category. Those ones are things you can do. But for now, let's just talk about formatting this. You can pick a picture, you can create a featured image, or you can just add one inside. Let's add one inside. This is the, and you can add it anywhere. So let's pick one. Add media. Upload file. So we can select an already uploaded file, but let's just select a new file. So how to save money. I didn't pick any image here. Let me just go to my computer and pick an image that. Now it's important you use good images, because images actually add to the usability of your site. Okay, let me pick this. Now while it's loading, you can add a title to the image, you can add a caption, you can add what is called an alternate text. This one already preloads, because it's from Big Stock Photos. It already preloads with some description. Okay, I can just call this alternate text save money. Save money, or not save money. Let's just call it save money. Now you can choose how you align your image. Left, you can choose center, you can choose right or none. I like mine left. You can pick thumbnail, you can make it full size, you can make it medium. I pick medium. Let's insert into post. That's how it will look like. It's been inserted. Let's see how it will look like on our. Let's see how it looks like on the main page. So let's view the post. See how it looks. How to save money on auto insurance. That's how it goes. That's our blog. Now you can add videos, you can add other things, but now we don't need that. So I'll create another post. Let's say we'll create two. It's the same process. Just pick let me call this driving tips. Driving tips for my readers. In this case, I want to set a featured image. I come here, pick an image. Let me go and upload the file. Look for a file. Let me call this tips. Yes, sir. You can always, but when you're doing these things, it's best to arrange all your images in one place. I missed that because this placeholder tests are not necessarily part of what I'm doing on the site. I did not add them, so just bear with me. Okay, you can add an alternate text, driving tips. It helps tell the search engines what the image is about. That's just what it does. So I can set it as featured image. It's come up. So let's see how it will look like. So the basic formatting of this visual editor is like your Word, Microsoft Word, or things like that. You can play around with it and learn more as you do so. So the featured image, when you choose a featured image, it fills up. See, unlike the one you put inside. I can decide to have another image inside. Let's see how it will look like. Just put one somewhere here. Now, when you add good images to your work, it makes it a lot more attractive. When you say, your site is beautiful, apart from the layout, images make your site beautiful, and they also make the site pleasant to the eyes. So I'm going to show you where you get images soon, but let me just add this. While it's loading, I'll give you a list of places where I get images. Okay, let me just pick this. Now, I get my images from Big Stock Photos. Big Stock Photo, not photos. BigStockPhoto.com. An image for everyone. That's my account. It's already open. The good thing about them is that once you've downloaded images, you can reuse them and then re-download them. But for people that I pay for this, it's a monthly subscription. But I think they have a free stuff going on now. I should look at here are my downloaded images so far, so I can still re-download them. So sign out. They have a promo. I don't know whether it's over now. A 35 free image stuff. So this is still on. Well, by the time you come here, it might not still be on, but for now, take advantage of it. Choose 5 royalty-free images a day, free for 7 days. Download any size, no obligation, blah blah. See, you can come here, BigStockPhoto.com, and start a 1-month free trial. At least you get 35 images. Now, if you want more places where you can get images, I advise you to come here. These are other sites where you can get images. You can get them at pixabay.com, www.xsc.hu, and Mogfile. These ones are free. These other sites are free. Maybe I just paste them in, but make sure you read their terms. So you cannot complain. You cannot say you don't have good images because you don't have money. No, that won't be true. There are sites that allow you to get good images for free. It's just that I value my time. I just prefer ready-made images that I don't have to ask anybody for permissions or search too hard. That's why I'm paying for this site. But I also use these ones. If you have the time, just search through, you will find your pictures. This is pixabay.com. This is xsc.hu. This is Mogfile. There are many others. Now, if you read this on my site, because I will create a blog post on this, I will put all those links there for you. Okay, that's about where you get your stuff. Now we were editing this post and we were inserting this. So let's say insert into post. Let's click update. It's a good idea for every website to have a blog because it actually helps it gain traction in the search engines, and that will bring traffic to your site. You see, I've added another image. We can go on and on and on and on, but I guess you've got the idea. You can play around with these at your own time. Okay, let's go to embedding videos. We've already done that, so you can rewind and look at that. I think one more step before I call it a day on this. Let's pick the services and design, because we're going to do something we've not done on the orders. we're going to need a plugin. Let's go to plugins, add new. We want to create columns. Now I'm deliberately going through a number of different things because I don't know what your own personal needs are. I don't need all these things on my side. By the time I'm through with this tutorial, I will go back and trash some of them. But I'm just showing you how you can do a lot of different things. It's not, I don't mean you should do them on one project. This is a tutorial to teach you how to use them. Okay, columns, that's the name of the plugin. What this does is that it helps create columns on a page. Okay, so here is the shortcode. I'm going to use it. Let me just copy it so that I won't have to bother. So you can read the details. You can install now. I install now. I've already copied the shortcode. Let me create a new notepad file for this so that I can use it. Okay, activate plugin. So let's visit the plugin site. Did I copy the code? So let's go to our page, our pages. This is the columns. You can read. This is the code. This is the code we use. So you can copy it in case you don't know where to find it. So we just pick one of these. I won't do the two of them because it's exactly the same thing. So let me pick these services and click edit. This is my first column. Let me just use two columns. What did I do? Okay, this one introduced things I don't need. Introduced something I didn't need. It copied the image. I don't need the image. I just need the raw code. So get back to it. Okay, this is my first column. This is the second. Something is here that we didn't. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just go back to pages again. Leave this page. Go back to services. Go this one. And then I do this. So let me go copy our placeholder test. Let me use the tips as our services. Let's just say 1. Service 1 is tip asks for a retiree discount. Don't just mind me. We are using these as examples. So let me paste it in place of that test. And then let me paste, I think it's too big. Let's leave it and see. How it turns out. Where's my placeholder? Let me use this. 2. Paste it here. Then, just to save our time, I could just copy and save the same thing all over again. I think that will save our time more. Let's just go to copy and save in place of this. So I don't want to spend all day doing this. Okay, let's update and then we'll look at it and see how it looks like. Let's view our page. So you see what it does is that it puts them in columns. That's just what it does. So let's highlight, let's format it a little bit so that you get the feel of how it should look. Let me give this a header too. Let me give it a header too. All the titles, give this a header too. Give this a header too. Give this a header too. Okay. Update. I'm not giving it a header too. Click update. The services blog or update it. So you can see what it does. It just puts them in their own columns. Now we can also add images to our column. Let me just show you for each of them. Let me just pick a small image. Let me come here, add media. I'm not going to do it for each one of them. Let me just pick. Let me pick from our media library. I click this. Should I use it as a thumbnail? I'll leave it left. I pick the thumbnail, insert into page. Okay, you see how it's going to look. I just pick some of the images we've used already so that you see how they'll look. Add media. Let me just say this. Make it a thumbnail. It's taking a while. Okay, it's saved. Even my computer needs a break, so I'll be rounding up quickly. So we update. The next step is to repeat it again for this, for hosting, which won't be necessary. It won't be necessary at all. That's about what we'll do. Let's see how it looks. So you can see how this looks. Now you may not appreciate this because I pasted too much text, so let me just cut most of the text. It's too much. This comes in very handy when you are doing things like a product list. Okay, update. Just take your time, play around with it. Play around, try some things. You learn better as you try them. This is where I'm going to stop today's lesson. This tutorial is going to end here, but we have many other tutorials and you're going to learn a lot from us as you participate. Now let's just look at all we have done. That's the home. We set a featured image. That's it. We added a video, and that's the page. Now we did not remove the text. You can do that. We've taught you how to do that. Now you go to the services, hosting. We've gone through a number of things. So that's about how far we will go in this tutorial. If you've enjoyed it or you have questions, you want me to answer, yes, you can drop comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave comments, I will respond. But you can also go to my site, zimego.com/sign up. Sign up, and then you will get more lessons on how to design your site, how to optimize it, how to gain traffic to it, how to make a business out of web designing and web development. I'm signing out, and thanks for watching. God bless.